on mission.
We say man on mission. See? Your way to success. The secret behind the fall of man revealed in volume 1. Which man has a mission? What is that mission?
What is that mission?
Is a wife who is going to market, a full-way market. He knows the time. He has a belief that the list of the things he's going to buy are in the market. And he knows the position where they are. The ones, maybe some of them were sold long before she even got to the market. She preferred a different market. That's how life is. And so that she get them. Once she comes home, Mama, all the children run around. But give them a give them things. That's what the children want to do. The husband asks, did you buy the stockfish you put? Say you're going to say, oh yes, okay, at least we're short of good soup tonight. That's why he's asking. Each person is asking according to what affects them. And so on. So that is what I mean. Both the DVD and the e-book are dedicated to Alhaji Aliko Dangote, MFR GCO, the Chief Executive of Dangote Group. Everybody like a good man, a little white man. If you want to make enemy of anybody, give him impression that he doesn't matter. You have enemy in your hand. That's behavior. But make them realize, even when they're not good, they try to be good because somebody have baptized them with them and they are good. So now, the entrepreneurial role model by me, copyright, look at it, and printed and abounded in the United Kingdom by Anglo-African Culture Society. That's why you met me that address. Okay? And so dedication. Now, dedicated to this book is dedicated to Alhaji Aliko Dangote. Blah 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 blah.
That's his full name.
That is forward. And then so on and so on. Now, when I have talked about him, what he has done, he's an exemplary role model for Africa. Nobody richer in Africa than he is. Some people say, he took all the industry. Why can't you go and take it from yourself? Why are you waiting for him to take it all? He hasn't taken all. He took cement. He took what? You can take cassava and make gari. Monopolize all the gari production in Nigeria, in Africa. Nobody will worry you.
That's true.
You can do, how about to purify the water? You can give it a different name. Honey water. And so, look, there's no end to what people can do. When you see somebody complaining, it doesn't have a thing. Now, it goes on. I will show you chapter 1. His humble beginning, touching life activities, his innate qualities, entrepreneurial experiential education certification program. It goes on. It's an overview of the professional. Now, after I've talked about what I've done, I've come in to put my certification of similar people with experiential knowledge. And that's what makes this book richer. So, you see, and etc. The art of managing self. I mean, I manage people. Do you? Where did you learn that? If you don't know how to manage yourself first. You manage people, but how about humble you?
I think it would be very good if you are going to be, but whatever be the case, even if you are in Nigeria, we can still get you to come.
Yes.
Because of the debate.
Yes, this debate.
The debate that's
the great debate. Yes.
And she have seen the summary, and we are trying everything to make sure that it is actually 2 A4 papers, not more than
Yes.
just
Precise.
one-sided, not twos, just 2A. And one of the things that we want people to come out with
Yes.
is not about your nationality,
Yes.
your where you are, the location of
Yes.
your university.
Yes.
It is about communication.
Communication. What you're telling people.
Yes.
Far-reaching information. Are they grasping it?
Yes, you have been a Christian. Your father was a Christian. Your mother was a Christian. You grow up in that
Yeah,
family.
yeah.
Now you are 30, you are 40, you are 50, you are 70, you are 80. Somebody is knocking at your door. He said, I have been able to summarize this Bible in 2 pages. Can you prove me wrong? It is a topic whereby even to the least of the children would want to come up and say, I know.
Yeah.
What is this guy talking about? I can come out.
Yeah. Oh.
I know Bible.
Why not?
Yes.
I've been an expert.
Yes, I've been an expert. Because we
You're
have
going to church.
I've preached for 20 years. You're telling me?
we have bishops, we have general overseers, we have everything. Just like I was telling one of my students, I said, mountain of fire holds on their faith on, is it not Obadiah 1:17, on Mount Zion there shall be deliverance. And because I heard Dr. Lukoya using that statement, on Mount Zion there shall be deliverance, which means he gathered all the people on the earth and said, fight and deliver yourself.
Yes.
But I make my students to understand, if Dr. Lukoya is so 100% right, what makes him different from Moses who struck the rock? Because what Dr. Lukoya is doing is not mandatory. It was not an assignment given by God.
It's a voluntary.
It is
commitment.
something that you are doing. And what Moses did by striking the rock was not an assignment or a command from God. It was out of not being in control of his emotions that prompted him to strike the rock. Even though water came out and the people were able to
That was
benefit from it.
accidental.
But God still looked into his eyes and said, you will not enter the promised land. Now, when man has been employed by God to govern his kingdom, there's some kind of job description that was
Assigned.
written down to the understanding of man on the day God made him to be in control. And that information can be found in Genesis 1:26, where God said, let us make man in our image and likeness to have control. So if somebody employs you, before they give you the contract to sign, they will read your job description,
Yes.
what you should be
What
doing.
they expect
And
from you.
Genesis 1:26 actually stipulated exactly what God wanted us to do. Now, what Dr. Olukoya is doing today, it is not implemented in the day of agreement, which means they are rebelling. And there's no difference between them and Moses. And as long as they continue to do that, they will never enjoy the benefit attached to obedience.
Yeah, because to start with.
So a lot of people in the world today, they have refused to learn. And so what happened is that they are catch. Nobody can get up and challenge Dr. Lukoya that, sir, can you please explain to us why we are taking this route? Why is Mountain of Fire the poorest?
Yes. Yes.
Why is Mountain of Fire the poorest church in the world?
Yes.
If Mountain of Fire is rich, it's not rich because God blessed them. It's rich because he is extracting from the poor people.
Yes. Who follows him?
Who follows him. And as a result, he writes his books and then prompt them to buy those books and then build in mind that, oh, there's Satan. Yes, of course, Satan has a responsibility. Where was Satan when God created the heavens? Satan was here. He has already been cast on earth.
Sit down.
There was never a time we saw God at any time binding or arrested Satan and put into the room and said, I am about to do some investment. Don't come
out
and disturb me.
You give him freedom.
He
To
gave
do
him
whatever
freedom.
he wants to do.
Now, but God was able to do those things without Satan intruding into God's affairs. Now, we make ourselves vulnerable. And when you make yourself vulnerable, you open door for an opponent.
Indeed.
Because anybody that knows that you are living here and you are vulnerable, guess
Take
what?
advantage of
They will take advantage of you. They can even come here, pull this thing here, distract you, and you will follow to go and look at where it has happened. Somebody enters here and take your stuff is gone because you have projected to them that you are vulnerable.
Yes.
But if you show that you are capable to control and you know exactly what you want, nobody will do that.
Exactly.
So Christians today don't know what they want. If you ask a Christian today, said, Jesus is coming, I'm going to heaven. But that was not the purpose of which God created the heaven and the earth. The purpose of which God created is said, go and increase and multiply. So if I see you writing books, you know what makes me happy? You are building a bridge. A bridge that other people can read. Other people can use your book to expand.
Even better.
Good. So what you are doing are some of the things that God wanted us to do and even do better. Not that you should be standing here and building walls to fight with Satan. No matter it doesn't matter how you fight with Satan. To be honest with you, we are not going to enjoy the benefits.
No.
We are not going to progress. Instead, Satan will be winning because it's a spirit. He doesn't die.
It doesn't die, and he's distracting you.
Good. So the time will come, everybody will still leave, and God will say, "But I gave you knowledge, I gave you power, I gave you wisdom."
What use did you make of them?
So now, if they are counting people who are successful on this earth, will you count Elijah as a successful man? No. He got the power. He called on fire. He consumed 454 prophets. How beneficial was that to our generation? So what you are doing is exactly what God wants us to do. Because if people copy from you and put it into practice, there is an expansion of wisdom.
Even when I'm no more.
Are you getting the picture?
Even when I'm no more there.
People will always
And that
read.
book, I'm going to buy it.
You get the sense, because when I told my wife about you, asked her, I said, the way that man talks, there is something in him that I have to learn. Ask her.
Wonderful thing.
I said, there is something in that man. When he's talking,
Like he's trying to communicate.
Yeah, my spirit is telling me that there is something. Somebody can listen to you, but they will never understand whether you got anything. They will just think that, he's just talking. But when you are talking, you are talking. I keep telling her, I said, the first day we met him, the way he spoke to us, and then he gave us some leaflets and they said, go and read them. And then what he required from us, it made us to understand he know exactly what he wants. You get the same, because I can meet you, but my conversation with you is sufficient enough for me to come to a conclusion that that man himself or that
there's
woman,
a lot in him. Or
there
her.
is nothing in them or there is something in them.
That's the truth.
Okay, everybody come to UK, isn't it? Not everybody here who is a black man that came here know what they came for.
It's unfortunate. Many.
That is why you see, I work in different departments, I work in different places. When I went to a care home to go and see, I met a Nigerian man who set himself on fire because the wife cheated on him. And he's roasted all over his body.
He died.
No, he's alive.
Yes, so I'm coming.
Yeah.
The wife had sex with another man.
Yes. And then he got...
And for him, that is end of the world.
Yeah, he set himself on fire. He said, how could you do that?
And now I'm coming. I teach on this things, you know. For him, that woman he called his wife was the only woman of his knowledge, carnally, all his life. That is his own part. Even as we talk, we have our own parts.
That's true.
I can only admire your part. But you know something, I cannot interchange it, even if I wanted to. Nature made it so. Nature bars it. Nature made it such a way that you be you, I'll be myself. We can interchange, we can learn. Now, I have heard people say, did I make you with a man, I will kill the man, kill you and kill myself. Okay. The woman said, okay, until such a day then,
What happened?
I'll make sure you don't meet us so that three of us don't die. If I'm a woman, that's what I will conclude. You know something? I need to teach men and women, young and old. Is that the only thing that is so vital between you and your wife? Sex? If that is all,
To him,
you see what I mean? To him, that's all. Hey, there is an unseen quality the woman have, I've been describing since we are here, that is packaged by nature, responsible for progress. Listen to women talking. Look at their voice is different. Even when homosexuals try to pretend like them, it can never be talking like them. Nature made it that way. There are purpose for it. And if you want to explore woman organ like I have, I mean, not about an average woman need on average of 6 men a day. I didn't do it, she didn't do it, nature made it that way. And if this madam have said to herself, I'm going to take one of those men as nothing but my lawfully wedded husband, and I'm going to submit myself as his wife. You see, women can agree to do that, can we? You see where I'm different?
Yeah.
You, the man, African man, even European man, some of them have said, will you be able to sincerely surrender yourself
to the woman
only for the woman? You see, I'm a man. I said, no, I'm not interested in what you are. Don't repeat the obvious. But I'm asking you a question. Will you be able to say it, commit yourself to it, and believe it, and live it? This is so. If the answer is not easily coming, what I do, ask me, what do I say when I talk to women in general? What do I say is this. Even I start with men. The sexual part of femininity needed to be studied and understood. We didn't put it there, nature put it there. And the beauty is that we all have to come from there. Hey, this thing called God now, devil.
Yeah.
The word devil. It could have made it possible for us to come from somewhere else.
That's true.
It would still be human. But how come it's her?
Only today.
We have to come through her. Hey. Now,
That makes us human.
yeah.
If God would have used another way for us to come,
Yeah.
then
Yes.
there's-
Yeah, that's why there's a place you
Yes.
were asking the people, the Satans and the whoever, were having conference.
Yeah.
They wanted to answer this question. You answered it that
Yeah.
it wasn't viable. What is viable is what
It
has
has to
happened.
come
Yeah.
through.
But what I do say to men in flesh is this. Before you even marry a woman, they are different. Men are different, women are different. Find out the sexual, spiritual being of your woman and vice versa. If a man is such that no woman can be enough, there's nothing you can do. That is nature.
That is it.
you should be able to
That is it.
be prepared to tolerate him.
Yes, because that's how he is. Now, if he's termed and he's different, that'll be wonderful, hallelujah. And the same with the woman. Now, remember too that Everybody have what they love. They like to eat, style of life. That which gives your wife joy or your lady joy, find out what it is. And vice versa. And then spend time paying attention to it. That is love. Practically apply that time. If I say I love you, what I'm saying in effect is that what makes you happy, what gives you joy is my concern. And vice versa. Am I correct? That's what we're saying in effect. I may not be perfect, but as a human being, I'll aspire to make sure that on my side you're happy, so that my own happiness will also be assured. This is how. And that's how to bring up people. Now, one, I'm supportive of you. There will be no temptation for you to need some bra, you don't have them. And one monkey business guy would like to give a bra for whatever he may demand. So I'm there, we are there, making sure you have sufficient bra, you have sufficient underwear, you have sufficient food, things you like to keep modern life going. That's why we are sweating to make sure we have all this. We do know from human behavior that even when all this is complete, some people's upbringing and background still will create a satanic longing, almost endless longing. How do we handle others? What do we do? Because they're here in flesh. But when we are sufficiently disciplined, sufficiently brought up, sufficiently godly in our behavior, it will check some of the excess. That's how. What is stopping me from feeling good here with girls? There is one man who come there, said there's a lady there, he took me to her at the corner, gave me a letter that came in behalf of somebody who I gave to her. He said, oh, she can come. I said, no. I said it clear to the lady, I don't need women visiting there. I don't need people actually. I'm a writer and I'm excluded. All right, that's me. He tried several times. I said, don't knock here. Don't come here. I don't drink, I don't smoke. I will offend you. Once you come with your smoking smell, I'll push you. That will offend you, won't it? And so keep off and live your life according to your own style. And allow me to live according to my style. Then we won't quarrel. If you can't take your use force, I'm not all romantic. Yeah, God has given us some force to protect what we treasure. All right. And obey me. Our people in the village know me. They know that to handle take message. Yeah. Simple. But if I hurt you as a result, I apologize. I didn't mean to. But I have a part. This journey called life. I have only a few things I want to do. It's like someone who went to market. They don't want to waste time on the road.
Because the market is
My God, he won't buy the thing. The children will get mad this evening for the dinner. Mommy didn't buy the stockfish and things we need for food. So that's how life is all about. And then and that's that. I have chosen a path where my lady friend Serena, may her soul rest in peace, she died after having 9 children with her that husband. And then she's one who sent me the message. The message she sent me in 1960 is still on in me. I continue writing. I can't stop. Especially if I have where I can dump it after no more, it will continue. Like if anything happened to me now, those my book, nobody will get the royalty. But nobody knows what has happened. And nobody's so close enough to know, to be interested. But I have recently, the good Lord has recently set me bringing you closer, bringing Fabian closer. Fabian listener is a banker in Lagos. Fabian comes from the same village where my junior sister, my immediate junior sister, is married. The first son is in America, Anthony. Good man, but a different kind of a man. And then my sister got married again during the Civil War, found somebody she loved. Didn't love the first man. I know why. Because we forced him. The first man sent the junior brother to come and marry my sister as his wife. And when he got to Kano, he told my sister, that's your husband. I said to her, why didn't you run away? He said, my father cut my head off. I can't run away. I'm married already. So I managed to have 2 children with him. I don't love him. He didn't. He met a man he loved. Okay? Unfortunately for them, they didn't do their bed well. That man did not pay dowry to sack the first man. So after so many years, the man went to court. I was in the court to stand witness as the man who married. Just how it is in Igbo land. And then my sister was forced to come back. Yes, but he's dead now. They're all dead now. So that's how she managed to have 2 families now. The first son of the other is the one that lives in my compound. I respect him. He's strong, but he didn't get good education enough. I'm trying to patch him up. The first son is in America now. I got him, put him down, forced some knowledge into him. He swallowed them and become somebody. Oh, yeah. Married his wife.
Yeah, you know, where he come from, education is like
do or die.
Yeah.
So now he married the wife of his life together. When the girl was a journalist, was trying to marry, I sent for him. The mother was my one. I said, "Don't go." He wouldn't agree. He wanted to remain with that wife. He wouldn't support. So the girl came and said, "Tell me, my lady, you were journalist. Anthony is not going to be journalist. So what brought all of you together? Tell me. Be frank to me." She laughed. She said to me, "I love him. And he's going to be my husband. Religion is personal." That was enough for me. You didn't have to explain more. So I attended their wedding. She was doing her master's degree at Alvaro Kuku University at that time. She went, God came. She went, the brother sent her paper, she went to America, sent for the husband and 2 children. And I sat me down and said, America is not amazing. There's nothing in there saying, I'm a man. It's offensive to say so over there. Be like Pussycat. You will get, if a woman supports you, you go to the moon. They have the key, these people. Oh, yeah. But don't bring clash of personality and equality. That is divisive to spoil the family. Love her and make her love you. And when that strikes, you will progress. They have 5 plots, where now. They built 3. 2 stories.
Where in Lagos?
No, in Owerri, capital of Imo State. So he won't be poor for life. They had 3 girls. And the mother visited America. I said, don't go anymore. I said to the wife told me, if Mama come again, I will have to divorce. Because he's doing, I said, don't use such words. If Anthony hear you such words, it means you don't actually love him. That one is a Western language. It's only good for them. Is your lovely married husband for you? If you don't want the mother to come back, there's a language. Tell him that mommy just coming to the plane worries her, makes her blood pressure worse. And plus the fact we are paying, let us be sending money to doctor in Nigeria. Taking care of him. So don't say if you come, no, that's the wrong use of the language. He used it, that worked. Good. So together,
they are one.
The first daughter is coming out to university next year. So they didn't have a child, boy. It was a problem. The mother talked too much. Said, very soon Anthony will come back to Nigeria and marry a woman who will have a boy. He said that to me. I said, every time Anthony come home, she's afraid. I said, no, you can't wear that. Tell her to come out. All of you go and adopt the baby child boy. No, don't adopt and bring. They won't believe you. You think that you have got your girlfriend here. Bring her. And they did. That child is about 7 years old now. The second one is about 4 years old. And they're happy. They have 3 girls and 2 boys. I said, next time.
Okay, they adopt a boy and then they have their own boy.
They adopt second boy now. They didn't have a boy.
In America.
In America, and they have 3 girls. They've all gone back to Barcelona. So you see, they're happy and they are wealthy. That's interesting. This is the second one, because Anthony is intelligent, but he's not intelligent enough to this level of appreciating, accepting the other child as part of the bandwagon behind him. So I took him, trained him. Only the wife he has is not the wife of a struggling person. He has a wife of eat to shit to sleep sex, eat to shit to sleep sex. Some wives are like that. Some men are like that. That's all they know. But not Udosiak. Udosiak means one who creates wealth and then keep the wealth in the home. That's what we call Udosiak. You have Obiageli, one who comes to chop. Obiageli. Yeah. And if that is her nature, you can't change it all. She wants to chop, she wants to buy something. You know, when can we go chop? What have you? How about the fish? Is that, are you ready? How about that? So people are gayoyo. There's another language for that kind of.
Yo-yo. Yeah. Everywhere. The one this one.
Including the one that doesn't want. So there are many of them. Some men are gayoyo too.
No, but you know, like men in this country, in Africa, all the men, if you see any man in Africa who is not struggling to put food on the table,
yes,
that one we can.
Something wrong with him.
But when they come to this part of the world, this country, they know how to enslave someone.
You're telling me.
They hold you down on the immigration. If you go and work, they arrest you. They put you in the prison and they threaten you. You are going home. So 85% of the men I know in this country, they survive. It's through women.
Yeah.
But some of them, they become ungrateful when they actually have their
when the gel out of their neck is out. They don't understand.
They forget
the beginning
where they are coming.